I just finished recording this video and then I realized I wasn't recording. We're going to take a look at the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, break down some of what I saw. They just showed a new one at E3 during the Nintendo Direct with a target release date of 2022. So we get a little bit more. We get like a minute of footage here in this trailer to get a peek at what's going on in the Breath of the Wild 2 universe. And I just missed the first important piece that we'll see featured throughout this trailer. And I think I already skipped past it. And you see this calamity jumping up onto Link's right arm here. So, yeah, we're going to see what that means through the trailer with some speculation, of course. But that should be pretty interesting to see how it changes things up. And then we get a look at Ganon, who's looking real creepy, real cool. Looking forward to seeing more of my guy Ganon. Dang, he's cool. Dang, he's cool. And then boom, Zelda falls away. And after last year's E3 trailer, it kind of made it look like Link and Zelda, you know, were obviously together. My speculation at the time was that maybe you could play sections of the game as her, or that she'd be featured more, you'd be able to talk to her more, get more story, more insight into the relationship and where that's going in this branch of the Zelda games. But if she falls away, maybe again in classic Legend of Zelda fashion, the game will be more focused on getting to her if she is gone the whole time. So, boom, she gone. And then the music kicks in and it's Skyward Sword 2. So Skyward Sword is the oldest game in the Zelda timeline. And Breath of the Wild is the newest game in the timeline. Which now, of course, Breath of the Wild 2 is the newest in the timeline. So it's interesting that they're bringing this element back of having a lot of the game, or some of the game at least, up into the sky and raising parts of Hyrule, or maybe some of it was already there. Maybe it just all happens after the events that unfold at the end of Breath of the Wild 1. So yeah, the main thing to note here is Link's arm. You see that it's got all the, like, I mean, it really kind of looks almost like what we saw Ganondorf looking like there. You see that calamity kind of creeping up. It's got this like sort of tattoo look on the side of him. And he's got really long hair, along with wearing this like friggin' toga. Like my guy is taking a visit to Greece or something. One other thing to notice throughout the rest of this trailer, and right now, is like you don't see the Sheikah Slate with him. You don't see it flapping on his hip. See him just, yeah, gliding up in the sky. You look at obviously some clothes and shields and whatever, glider. Looks pretty sick. And again, his arm covered in the calamity. Varying levels of the terrain up in the sky. Pretty cool. So there's obviously going to be some mode of transportation. I don't know if you just jump off and the wind current will raise you from one to the next, but looking forward to finding out more. New look at another enemy type. I can't recall off the top of my head if you've seen anything like this in other Zelda games. If you happen to know, then drop a comment. And then again, I'll point out no Sheikah Slate. We're back on the ground in the land we know from the first Breath of the Wild game. And yeah, these guys, these Bokoblin, have built a little base up on my guy, Stone Talus. So that's actually pretty cool. And then another look at his arm here. It almost kind of looks like, you know, that he gets that all that calamity jumps on him, and now he's almost, you know, laying down on something in like a restoration-esque chamber with his hand glowing and his fingernails very long. He's a 6-string player, I guess. Finger style, baby. And again, the first look at some of the powers that we know from Breath of the Wild 1. So he hits this ball with stasis, but he's not actually holding the Sheikah Slate, which is how he uses all the powers in the first game. And we don't see it anywhere on him. He's just straight up using that arm, the right arm, that was hit with the calamity. So maybe this will be some sort of remix, some sort of twist on all the abilities that we knew in the first game. It could introduce new abilities. Maybe throughout the game you'll unlock different ones, which kind of opens up the exploration of some of the older Legend of Zelda games, where you find a new item and now you're able to go to all these other places. So that's pretty neat. Looking forward to the possibilities there. Or maybe it'll just be a lot of what we've come to learn in the first game. But from what we see in this, as this plays out, you see it like traces the footsteps, this version of Stasis. And I don't know if this is just for effect in the trailer or how it actually looks in the game. Or maybe how you're able to use these abilities differently. But you see these footsteps of where the ball came from. And then, boom, it gets sent back in time. Knocks down all those guys. And then yet another small little look at Link holding a new weapon type. I have to assume he picked this up off of some other enemy, which is common in other titles. So yeah, he picks up this little flamethrower. He's got his right arm free for using those abilities. He's left-handed anyways, so he usually fights with that. And then this little, you can sort of see it. It's really hard to see because the trailer is not in the greatest quality, pretty low bit rate. But it kind of looks like a Sheikah tear, or like a little teardrop, right? But the Sheikah eye is in there, like clan symbol. And then we see him going up, digging through the bottom of this island in the sky, which again is kind of like one of those things we've seen in the other games, with his very long haircut. So some amount of time has passed, I have to assume, unless he literally just had that much hair and it was all tied up, but I don't know. We shall see. His hair is really intricate to the story, I'm sure. So yeah, he's digging through that, and it's got that teardrop looking vibe on it, right? So when I see that teardrop come up, I'm wondering, is this one of those kinds of abilities that you unlock? And that's what your arm is used for. We got the Digger's Gauntlet, sort of, that allows you to get to new locations, new heights, because there are varying heights to all these platforms. Fun little speculation, because we really don't have a lot to work with here. But yeah, boom, Hyrule Castle shoots up into the sky, and it'll be cool to see what's underneath there, because there's a lot of hints and a lot of mystery. Even in the first game, you're obviously allowed to go down there, but you see a lot of things through the cracks in the walls, and entries in Zelda's journal, her diary, that talk about that kind of stuff. So really cool to see that. Game's coming out in 2022, and can't believe I just talked about that for 8 minutes. It didn't feel like that long, but yeah, I'm looking forward to more. If you just want to see the trailer all the way through, I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can check it out for yourself. Likes, comments, always appreciated. Until next time, bye for now. And let me know, if you think I missed anything, or you have your own thoughts. So yeah, bye for now.